Thanks for coming back. I want to talk again about the injustices of Canada, which is turning into China quickly. Uh, and there is a Chinese dissident woman who's living in America. She says America is starting to look a lot like China. Communism is having its push provided by people who are woke. In Canada, our dear leader, this man, Justin Trudeau, when he talks, he has targeted a few million people in Canada who have views that he says are unacceptable. Unacceptable is the word he's using. And we have been targeted under the Emergencies Act, which now we still have this hearing going on in Ottawa right now. I don't know the complete title of it, but the RCMP are being asked some very hard questions about their activities during the peaceful protest of the truckers. The RCMP did smash windows, puncture tires, and punctured also fuel tanks to destroy the trucks that were involved, and farm equipment, big tractors. And this woman, her last name is Lucky, Lucki, she has earphones on when she's being asked questions, and you can hear the bleed through of someone telling her how to answer the question. Okay? She said they found machetes. She doesn't mention all the damage that she and her fellow officers caused to the people, trampling them with horses, which they did. We get to watch it. And Justin says they deserved it. Justin took their money away from crowdfunding. He called them, you can't do that. These things are unacceptable. They're not getting the money. Justin Trudeau himself is a billionaire. He's hiding his money. He's claiming to only be a millionaire, but his family fortune comes from selling oil from Alberta in Quebec. His grandfather, had Petrofina stations, and he had Class A shares. He had a lot of shares in Petrofina, and he owned a lot of stations, so he became a very wealthy man on Alberta oil. This is pretty, it's not just an irony, but it's hypocritical. And somehow Mr. Trudeau believes that this is totally acceptable, as long as he's the one who's reaping the benefit, not the rest of us. We get smashed windows, the RCMP knock you down, kick your teeth out. And under another prime minister, by the way, here he is here, Jean Chrétien, the great one from Quebec, saving Canada. He thinks he saved Canada. He didn't save Canada at all. But when Jean Chrétien he changed the name. We used to have our national holiday, it used to be called Dominion Day when I was young. Then Jean Chrétien changed it to Flag Day. But on Flag Day, there was a protester in Ottawa, and he was out and about. The parliamentary limousine is there for his use, of course, and he gets out. He walks in, there were some people shouting, and so he turned to it was an old man with a placard. So Chrétien walked over to him and choked him. The RCMP officers grabbed the old man, threw him on the ground, and they did kick his teeth out. They did. So the old man decides he's going to charge the Prime Minister with assault. The judge hearing the case threw it out. The judges of Canada are all appointed by politicians, and you'll probably find Jean Chrétien made sure he'd get a judge that he himself had appointed. That's how we do it in Canada. I was telling you about these Su-57 jets, 2 of them flying over Vancouver. Well, it was, I believe, on Tuesday, May 10th, possibly, I think it is, Tuesday, 2022. Well, I found out where they are and why they're here. They're at the Comox Air Base, a Canadian air base, military. It's on Vancouver Island. So the speculation was that perhaps the Canadian military are training Russian air fighters to be successful in Ukraine, because the people of Ukraine don't have acceptable views. That would be my take on it. Anybody got a better idea? I mean, what are 2 jets here for? They got weapons on. I showed you a picture of them. I'll give you the picture again. This is a remarkable event. Canadian military is assisting Russian aviators? Wow. And Canada has sold an airstrip to the Communist Party of China in the Arctic. Perfectly usable airstrip. It's theirs. They bought it. By the way, You, me, anyone in the world cannot buy land in China. China has bought land all over the world. Any country stupid enough to let them buy it. They own a lot of agricultural land in the United States, a pile of it. They own it in Canada. They own property in England. Australia, they practically bought Australia. They own all of the fresh water of Australia. Bet you didn't know that. They couldn't believe the Aussies. Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Didn't see it coming, did they? Then what happened? Solomon Islands got taken by the Chinese, and the Australians are pissed. Oh my God, what do we do now? This is so stupid. Stupid people would call it stupid. And I know some stupid people. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I think, hey, there's one right there. I mean, we got to be stupid to have all these things happen to us. We just watched this narcissist thing. Jordan Peterson, great speaker, calls our dear leader a narcissist, and this man is the king of narcissism. This man beat up a woman in Parliament on the House of Commons floor, and the RCMP said, it's unclear what happened. Well, it was almost a Donnybrook when he punched out a woman. Okay, so then he gropes a journalist. He said he didn't see it that way. He's French man, from Quebec, and well, had a different way to see that there on that one. And then, of course, he raped one of his high school students, and the parents were furious. Wanted the RCMP to charge him for rape. He wasn't prime minister then. He was a school teacher. He got fired, mind you. The school won't say why he got fired because it's a rather exclusive, high-end school, private. Got away with all that stuff. This is what happens when you're a billionaire. This is what happens to you. You do anything you want. Thanks for listening to me. I'm going to show you the pictures of the Su-57. I've only got one of them, actually. It's got weapons on. You can see it. Weaponized machine. What's it doing on a military base in Canada? My take on it? We're teaching them how to be more successful in Ukraine. Someone tell me that I'm wrong. Thank you very much. Bye.
Wow, Pedro gives you his special gypsy glasses and this is what you choose to look at? Pedro's not very sorry for you. Oops.